So today we are going to see about VI. VI is the default text editor that most of the Linux admins use. There are many other text editors. There is something called as Nano and many others which is also available. But most of us prefer VI. Okay, so the characteristics of VI is that it is all, you can automate many of the things, like you can put commands in this which can do many works. So VA is a tool which is a little bit harder to learn, but once you learn it, it is a tool that can make your work faster. Work with text processing. Okay, so if you want to process a text, VA is going to make it very easier. Okay, but the initial stages for learning it, it is going to be hard. Okay, so we'll start with VA. I'm going to say I'm going to create a file, touch my VI file. Okay, and then I say VI and the file name, my VI file. Okay, so as soon as you press this, VI enters into a mode called as command mode. Okay, so command mode is nothing but everything that you type is taken as VI commands. I'll show you what are VI commands, but everything that you type is taken as VI command. Okay, so what did we say? As soon as you enter into VA, it goes to a mode called as command mode. Okay, and there is other mode called as insert mode or edit mode. Okay, so sorry, in command mode, any key that you press is taken as a command. Okay, so I'll show you command modes next, but we'll go into insert mode first. Okay, so to go into insert mode, you either press an command called as I, meaning if you press a key, if you press your keyboard I key, it is going to take it as a command which is asking you to change the mode into insert mode. Or you press insert key, that is also going, it is also going to take you to the insert mode. Okay, so if I press I now, see the mode has been changed to insert mode. Okay, and if you press escape, you again go back to command mode. So now if I press escape, I again go to command mode. Okay, so in command mode, any key that you type in your keyboard has a special meaning. Okay, so now I go to insert mode by pressing keyword I, key letter I, and then I start typing. This is an example for VI editor. Okay, Nagendra is very interested in learning this. Okay, so this is like I am inside insert mode. So now I press escape to go back to command mode. Okay, so now I will show you a few commands which you can use. Okay, so say for example, if I want to delete this line, okay, I press a keyword called as D. Okay, and D is like this command is like this. You say a starting command D, and you say where it ends. Say for example, if I say DWD, it indicates you are going to delete a word. Okay, if I say DD, it says you are going to delete an entire line. If I say D3D, you are going to delete 3 lines from the cursor position. Okay, so now I say DD, that line is deleted. See, you still see that I am in command mode, I am not in edit mode. So I have deleted it. So this is actually, DD is actually not a delete, it is very similar to Windows cut. What will cut do? It will take the content out and you will not be able to see it, but you will be able to paste it somewhere else. Okay, so now I come here, and I press P. So if I press P, the thing that I have cut already can be pasted. So if I press P, what happens? See, if I press P here, the line is getting pasted next to that particular line.
Okay.
Okay, I'll show you one thing. One second, I'll show you something. Insert. Okay, so if I press P here, that line is getting pasted next to the current position of my cursor.
Inserted mode, that won't work for a D and a D, P and a inserted mode.
So if you are in insert mode, what happens? Everything is taken as a letter. So D, P, everything will be typed straight away. Okay. When you are in command mode, each of them have an meaning. Okay. So now I press P here. My line is getting pasted here. Okay. After the current position, current cursor position. But if I press Shift P, look what happens. If I press Shift P, the cursor was here.
Okay.
What happened? It pasted before the cursor position. If you press P, small p, what happens is lowercase p. What happens is that it pastes after the current position, current cursor position. Okay. After means the next line. Okay. Next line. If you press Shift P, what happens? It pastes before the current cursor position. Okay. So you understand that? Sorry, yeah. Oh. Shift plus P. Okay, which is capital P. Okay. But caps P will not work. You need to press Shift P. Okay. So Shift P will enter before the position. Lowercase p will enter after the position. Okay. Okay. So now I've showed you how to cut and paste. We'll now focus on how to copy and paste. So Linux, a copy is called as yonk. Okay. So the keyword is y. Okay. So now I want to copy from Nagendra to, I'll just copy. Nagendra is very interested, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4 words, right? So now what I say, y 4w. Okay. So okay. Now I have copied. I'll come back to some other position and I'll press P. So what happened?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 words have been pasted. So what I did actually is y4w. So it indicates I am copying 4 words and I'm yonking it in Linux terms. So and then after I press P somewhere, it is getting placed. So
W called words.
Yeah, W is for word. Okay. Understood? So this is copy and paste. Okay. Okay. So I said W is for word, right? So if I press W, what happens? If you see what happens, when I press W, it will jump word by word. So if I want to come back, I will press B, word by word.
It's a backward.
Yeah. So it will jump backwards, word by word. Okay. If I press H, it will go character by character. If I press K, sorry, L, O, K. Ooh. H-I-J-K. Okay, so if I press H, it will go backwards. If I press L, it will go right to the right hand side. Okay, but in most cases, people don't use it because they like using arrow keys. So arrow keys is going to be the convenient thing, but you can understand. Just keep in mind that H will move your cursor character by character. L will move your L will move your cursor character by character to the right. Okay. So what did we see right now? If you press W, the cursor will jump word by word. Okay. If you press B, the cursor will jump backward word by word. Okay. So L is for moving cursor to the right, and H is for moving cursor to left. Okay. So You understood that? Okay, so now I'll come to the next point. So I come to this line and I want to enter a new line after it so that I can start entering my content. So hold on, I'll press DD and I'll tell you one more thing. I press DD now, okay? If I press a dot now, dot, so what it will do is, it is like redo. Redo is nothing but it will redo the same thing that you did the last time. So last command that I entered was DD, right? So anytime I press dot, it is going to perform DD. Okay, that can be any command. This was DD, so it is performing DD again. Dot is not equal to DD.
Oh, sorry.
Dot is like redo previous command. Previous command can be anything. Okay.
Redo the previous.
So it is deleting it because I performed DD earlier. Okay. It can be anything. Okay. So right now I have this syntax. So I have said dot is to redo previous command. Okay, so now I want to open a new line so that I can start. If I press I now, what happens is it goes to insert mode, and then I need to press enter or something to create an empty line, right? So I don't want to do it that way. I should straight away start creating an empty line to edit. So if I press O, what happens is that, hold on, I will show you. Okay, insert mode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if I press O, what happens is that it creates an empty line after the current cursor position, and then changes the mode to insert mode. Okay, so O will create an empty line and open the file for insert mode. Okay. Okay, so I've told you that O is going to insert a new line and change the mode to insert mode. So what that happens to the next line, right? To the next line where the cursor is currently present. So how do we create a line above the current cursor position? Any clue?
Above the
current position.
Above means D.
No, I am saying I need to open an empty line above my current cursor position. If I press O, it is creating below my cursor position. I want to create above my cursor position. So I want to create an empty line above my cursor position. I will open it on the same place. No, I have not told you that keyword now. I am asking about the logic. We have seen, see, I copied a line. Shift plus P will paste. What did normal P do?
Paste.
Where?
Paste in the cursor next.
Below the cursor position.
Shift P is after the backward.
After it is like, see, if I press P, it will paste after the current cursor position. If I press Shift P, it will paste below the cursor position, before the cursor. So now I need to put Shift O to insert an empty line before the current position. Okay, so Shift O will do the same thing. But Shift O will do the same thing, but will create an empty line above the cursor position. Okay. Okay. So now we have gone to insert a new line. Okay. So if I want to undo some changes, I can press
dot.
No, that is redo.
Sorry, okay.
Redo a previous command. Okay, if you want to undo a change, you press U. So U will undo the change. Okay, so any changes that you do can be undone using U. Okay, and I can also navigate to my file using keywords. So dollar indicates dollar, that is Shift 4. Okay, Shift 4 in normal US keyboard. Okay, Shift 4 indicates dollar, right? That is actually the key that is present above 4, okay? Is end of line. Okay, so if I press shift 4, which is dollar, my cursor will go to end of my line. Okay, if I press shift 6, which is cap, which is a cap symbol, if I press shift 6, it will go to start of my line. Okay, so if I say D dollar, what happens?
D for deleted. Dollar. D deleted.
Okay, dollar end of the line.
End of
So
the
it says delete up to the end of the line. So I will show you that example here. So if my cursor is here, now I press D. Now I press D dollar. What happens? It deletes from the current position to the end of the line. Okay. If I press D cap, what happens? It deletes from the current position to the beginning of the line. Okay. B cap symbol. B cap symbol. So what I did, D dollar. D is I just use for any example. You can
Dollar, you have to use dollar. No?
shift 4.
Shift 4.
Okay. That's why I said shift 4.
Shift 4.
Okay. So D dollar will current position to end of the line. D cap will remove up to the. So you can replace this D with yank or anything. That is your wish.
Okay.
Dollar indicates end of the
End of the
line,
line
and you are combining it
shift
with an.
F6.
Yeah, means copy.
Yeah, means copy.
Oh,
I can D
No, you
with
can
the, let's
copy
say.
like end of
Now
the
what
line.
I am doing is I am saying
Yank Y.
what I'll do is Y
Shift.
shift dollar shift 4. Okay. So what happened is I copied. So I have copied it Y dollar, and I go to some place and I press P. Only from the current position to the end was copied. Okay. So it is just like dollar indicates end of line.
End of
You
line.
can combine it with any
Any
command that you are working with.
Okay.
Okay. So we have seen end of line, beginning of line. So we should also see about end of file, beginning of file, right?
End of file. Okay.
So to go to the beginning of line, beginning of file, you say GG.
It goes.
Double G will take you to beginning of line. Shift G will take you to the end of file. Okay. So GG beginning of file. Shift G is end of file. Okay. So if I open a huge file and want to delete everything within single command, what I'll do is D shift G. Everything is gone because from the beginning I am deleting it up to the thing, right? So if you are in a big file and in the middle you want to go to the top, you can just press GG, you go to the top automatically. Okay. So this is GG, beginning to end. Okay. And we'll also see something else. Okay. So if you want to see the line numbers of each of these files, you press colon. Okay, I've not told you the main thing. So you made changes on your file. Now you want to save it. Save in Linux term is like write to the disk.
Right.
So if you want to write it to the disk, what you'll do is you cannot straight away press W here because W here marks word, right?
Yeah.
So I want to do something else to make sure that is captured. So what I do is when you are in command mode, you press colon, which will accept system level commands, like the commands that can be used to interact with the system. So if I press W here and press enter, the file will be written to the disk. Okay.
Only double in Q.
Yeah. So when I press so to write a change,
Okay.
you press W. The file is written onto the disk. If you want to write and quit.
Okay.
If you want to write the file and quit it out, you press WQ.
Okay.
What happens is you write a file and you quit it.